Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, what exactly does this P0446 code mean for your Toyota? In a nutshell, your car's computer, the ECU, has detected a problem with the vent valve in your EVAP system. The EVAP system's job is to trap gasoline fumes from the fuel tank and prevent them from escaping into the atmosphere. It's an important emissions control system. When the system runs its self-test, it closes this vent valve to seal the system and check for leaks. If the computer tries to operate the valve and doesn't see the expected result, boom, the P0446 code gets triggered and your check engine light comes on. Now, let's talk symptoms. Honestly, besides the check engine light, you might not notice anything wrong with how your car drives. In some rare cases, you might have a slight issue when you're refueling, like the gas pump clicking off before the tank is full. You might also catch a faint whiff of fuel, but the most common symptom by far is just that annoying light on your dashboard. It's crucial to get it fixed though, not just to turn the light off, but to ensure you pass your next emissions test and keep your car running cleanly. Alright, let's get our hands dirty and find this part. Where is the vent control valve located on most Toyota? You'll typically find it near the charcoal canister. The charcoal canister is a black plastic box, and the whole assembly is usually located at the rear of the vehicle, up near the fuel tank. You might have to look underneath the car, sometimes behind a plastic splash shield or near the spare tire well. It's connected by a few hoses and a single electrical connector. It's often called a vent solenoid or a canister closed valve, so keep those names in mind if you're searching for parts. So, how do we fix it? The first and most important step is to properly diagnose the problem. Don't just throw parts at it. A P0446 doesn't automatically mean the vent valve is bad. It could be the valve itself, the wiring leading to it, or even a problem with the computer. Here's a simple diagnostic process you can follow. First, give the whole area a good visual inspection. Look for any cracked or disconnected vacuum hoses. Check the electrical connector going to the vent valve. Is it loose? Are the pins corroded or bent? Sometimes a poor connection is all it takes. Also, inspect the wiring harness for any signs of damage, like chafing or cuts. If everything looks okay visually, the next step is to test the valve itself. This is the most common culprit. Over time, these valves can get clogged with dirt and charcoal dust, or the internal solenoid can just fail. To test it, you'll need a multimeter, or a test light. Unplug the connector. The valve should have two pins. One should have battery voltage with the key on, and the other is the ground, which is controlled by the car's computer. You can check for power at the connector first. If you have power, that's a good sign. The wiring from the fuse box is okay. The more definitive test is to apply power and ground directly to the valve's terminals. You can use an 9-volt battery or a power probe for this. When you apply power, you should hear a distinct click as the solenoid inside activates and the valve opens or closes. If you hear the click, the solenoid is likely working. If you hear nothing, the valve is probably dead and needs to be replaced. Even if it clicks, it could still be stuck mechanically. Try blowing through it. In its normal unpowered state, the valve should be open, allowing air to pass through. When you apply power and it clicks, it should close and block the airflow. If it doesn't open or close correctly when you test it, it's faulty. Let's say the valve tests good. What's next? Then you need to trace the wiring. Check for continuity on the ground wire. Back to the ECU. A break in this wire will prevent the computer from being able to command the valve to close, triggering the P0446 code. This is a bit more advanced and might require a wiring diagram for your specific Toyota model. But 9 times out of 10, the problem is a faulty vent valve. Replacement is usually straightforward. Disconnect the electrical plug and the hoses. Unbolt the old valve and bolt the new one in its place. Reconnect everything, clear the code with your scanner, and take the car for a drive. The check engine light should stay off. So there you have it, a complete guide to diagnosing and fixing the Toyota P0446 code. It might sound intimidating, but with a little patience and the right approach, it's a very manageable DIY repair that can save you a trip to the mechanic. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more car repair guides, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.